the U.S. Congress will drop back to the state level. So we have two candidates running for the U.S. House of Representatives. The two challengers are Dr. Ernest Mackins and Eunice Lehmacher. So why don't we start off with Dr. Ernest Mackins.
First of all, I want to say good afternoon to everyone. I hate standing way up there behind the mic. I want to get out here with us. Dr. Ernest C. Mackins, I'm the candidate for U.S. House District number 3. Let me tell you a little bit about my background, because some people always say, well, what's your qualifications? Well, I have 28 and a half years in education. I am a U.S. Army veteran. I'm the Senior Vice Commander of Post 6089 in Anderson, South Carolina. I have 15 years of experience as a retail store manager, business leader. So with all that being said, I believe that I'm the best candidate for this office, because it is about experience, but it's also about leadership. And when you are a leader, you have to make tough decisions. Now, I'm going to get quickly to my points, but I also want to tell you this about me. If you, it's not just going to be me by myself, if you send me to Washington, D.C., I'm not going to go over there and play patty cake with them. I'm not going to shake hands. Look what's been happening for this last 25 years. People been playing patty cake with the Republicans, and look where it's got us. It's got us, the Voting Rights Act been gutted. It's got us the fact that they have not passed the Joan Lewis Voting Rights Act as well. And then also it's got, look at gas prices. Go to your pumps and just try to pump you a gallon of gas. See, they're up here playing around while people are trying to, just get through life, and we're struggling. But see, for these people in the high office, they don't care. So let me talk about my points. First of all, I believe that women should have equal rights. And that includes civil rights. That also includes rights for any group. And let me just say this to you, and I want to put it in plain English for you. If you diminish one group, you diminish the whole. Have any of you ever read the poem by John Donne? John Donne tells you the whole story. So you're hurting one group, you're gonna hurt the other groups. And I believe in equal pay as well. Equal pay for women. And then most of all, I believe that we should do this change. We need to move the minimum wage from $7.25 to at least $15 an hour. See, some things gotta change. Second thing I believe in universal health care. And what I mean by that, listen, go ahead, that's correct. I believe in universal health care. Let me tell you why. I tell you why, because we have 40 industrialized countries in this world. 37 of them have already accomplished this task. What's wrong with the United States? Why can't we be number 38? You pay enough every year. I know I do. Every time I see my check stub, they're taking more out of it. But I'm not getting anything else. Next thing I want you to understand, that if you send me up there, there's going to be accountability and opportunity. Okay? These people need to be held accountable. Everybody in here, every candidate up here will be better than what you got right now in the U.S. Congress and the U.S. House. But I want to tell you this. If you send me up there, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not just going to impeach them. I want to impeach them and remove the whole administration. But we can't do that without getting a full House and a full Senate. See, that's what people don't understand. And for the first time, I want you to hear this. Until candidates start going to jail, or these people, these senators, and these House members start going to jail, there will never be transparency in the government again. We need real transparency. We need real people who are going to go up there and stand on business for you. I love my Hispanic students. They tell me to stand on business. And so we're going to stand on business and send me that. And then the final thing, we need to protect our education system. They're trying to gut the Department of Education, taking everything away from the people. And then the last thing I heard you talk about, I believe, I'll be very brief on this part, is the fact that we need to protect the environment that's around us. Look at what we see sitting in right now. Just look at it. It's beautiful. It's outstanding. This is what we need. If we don't take care of the environment right now, future generations will never enjoy what we have today. So, guys, it's time to select a candidate that's going to go to Washington, D.C. and fight for you. That's Mackins for USHouse.com. Mackins for USHouse.com. Go to my website, check me out, see what I stand for, and then, listen, make a donation. If you can't make a donation, at least tell 5 people that I'm running. If you can't tell 5 people I'm running, then volunteer for my campaign to help me out. It's time to make a change, and we can't do that without you all. So thank you for having me. God bless you.
Hi, my name is Eunice, and I'm ready to be your candidate. Hello, I'm Eunice Lehmacher. Can you hear me now? Thank you for the tip back there. I'm running to be your congresswoman. When I was a little girl, I lived in the house next to the church, and people came and asked my dad for money. Back then, there was trouble with getting enough food and gasoline as well. And when people came to my parents' store, do you know what my mom and my dad did? They said, come in, have dinner with us. Now let me tell you, as a little girl, I wasn't always thrilled to share my mac and cheese and share the floor. I like to talk. But boy, did I learn about people month after month, year after year, that we all matter. No matter what you smell like, what you look like, who you love, we're all important. My parents taught me those values and many others, and I took them with me into my profession. I became a high school math and physics teacher. I was a librarian. And for the last couple of decades, I've been a social worker serving at Prisma Health, Oconee Memorial Hospital. I worked at Hospice of the Foothills. I had my own private practice here in Seneca, and I've volunteered in the community for years. Right now, I'm a psychotherapist for Included Health. And I know a bunch of you know me. You've either been served by me or worked with me in a community organization, or you just know me from being at things. So if you know me, would you raise your hand right now? So look around you, talk to one of those people. Those are all people who know that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And somebody that raised their hand is right next to you. So please talk to them. I want to change what's happening in Washington. I have hundreds of ideas. You can look me up on my website. That's euniceforsc.com, or follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Blue Sky. But let me give you just a couple ideas of what I want to do. I care about the we, us, and our. I care about all of us, and it's because I spent all those decades working with students and patients that I discovered it's not the patients or us healthcare professionals, it's the government that's getting in the way, that's stopping people from succeeding. I worked with people who had to choose between getting their medicine or keeping their home, some of whom lost their home. So I want to take care of all of us. Our leaders right now, Sherry Biggs, who's the incumbent, and our president, are using other pronouns. They're using the pronoun of he, whatever he said, me, how can I make money off this office, and them. There's a problem, who can I blame that on? And when I find them to blame, I don't have to do anything. I want to do things, right? So, for example, healthcare. Yes, we need universal healthcare. How are we going to get there with a Congress that right now passed less laws than any Congress in history? We have to start small. So I want to take the Medicare age down to 64, my first year. The environment. Yes, I want to take care of not just the next 2 years, but the people who live here in 7 generations so they can see this too, right? So I want to get back those subsidies for renewables. You know, the people of Australia are getting free electricity 3 hours a day starting next month. That sometimes in Texas they have so much electricity they have to give it away. It is also sunny in South Carolina. We need government to make it so that we can build the solar and the wind and the other renewables, and so that your utility prices go down. Of course, I want to stop putting money into wars and putting people in detention. We're spending several million a day to detain people who are legal residents of this country, right? So let's put money into people and not into wars and prisons. Now, you are going to get to vote in the primary on June 9th. You get to choose who's going to go up against the Republican. So think about who is the person who has demonstrated that they're about more than just themselves, that they're about the voters. Who has demonstrated they have a campaign that can win against Sherry Biggs? For example, I have already over 200 donors. I have over 40 volunteers. Look around, see how many people are wearing my shirts today. We are phone banking. We are canvassing. People are writing postcards. I just videotaped a digital ad that we're going to be running just to let people know. As you know, only about 10% of people vote in the primary. So we're going to get that word out on digital spaces. So vote for the candidate that you think can beat Sherry Biggs in November. and vote for me on June 9th. That's Eunice Lehmacher for U.S. House.